Now, the first thing I would recommend you doing is don't let your phone die all the way. So if you have an iPhone 11 or iPhone 10 or iPhone 6 or whatever, if you constantly go and let your phone die all the way, that way you have to, you're stuck on the Apple logo, you can't even turn your phone on. That is really, really bad for your battery. And that is something you should try to avoid at all times. You should never even let it go below 10%. That's basically what I've heard. But a majority of you should not let your phone die all the way. Now, weirdly enough, I let my iPhones die all the time, not my main one, but all these ones on my iPhone 11 dies all the time, my iPhone 10s, my 8s, all these phones, I let them die because I don't charge them all the time and I only use them when I use them. And that is something that you will see over time. Phones will start degrading a lot faster. So my iPhone 10R, even though it's at 99%, it might get to 90% sooner than later, who knows. So not letting your phone die all the way is a really, really good way of preserving your battery life. Also, another thing, staying away from heat. If you guys don't know, if you let your phone get in the heat all the time, that in a way is killing all those cells within the battery. So that is something you want to avoid at all times as well. You want to avoid your phone being in hot conditions, whether that's directly being in the sun or whatever. Now, some indirect ways you might not even realize is there's two ways that I can think of. One, if you're putting your phone on a wireless charger, most of the time, sometimes some wireless chargers cause a lot of heat, and you actually have to go and charge up your phone, either plugging it in or trying to avoid a wireless charger at all times. Now, that one's not that common because you only use it like once a day. But a thing in a common way that I see a lot of people do this, besides being in the heat all day and all that, is to run very, very intensive apps. So if you're constantly playing games on your phone, if you're playing like Asphalt 9 and Nova and all that stuff, and your phone is constantly getting hot, that can be killing the battery whether you realize it or not, and that is something you want to avoid as well. Having your phone sucking up a lot of that power and then degrading that battery faster and getting a lot of heat will degrade that battery and will decrease the health whether you realize it or not, and that is something you should also try to avoid at all times. Now, those are the main ways, the ones that I've seen most of the time. Also, screen brightness, keeping your phone screen, not super, super bright all the time. But another